Hi, how are you?
Okay, you?
I'm good, and you?
Very good.
I'm pleased to meet you.
Okay, thank you. Me too.
Okay, before I start interviewing you, I want to introduce myself so that you know who is interviewing you.
Okay.
My name is Lydia, and I'm the assistant to Mr. Casey.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your name?
Michael Thompson.
Before I begin the interview, I would like to inform you that this interview is being recorded so that I can send it to the director for further review. He'll have to take a look at the video and then make a decision. Is that okay with you?
No, not a problem.
That's fine. So can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. I have a little bit experience with well, actually 8 years of experience in a nursing home. I worked in the dietary department. I did that for 8 years back in the early '80s. I would say it would be late '70s, early '80s. So I'm actually experienced in working with the elderly, the residents, I should call them, at the nursing facility. I left from there and I started driving a bus with a bus company. I worked for a bus company for quite amount of several years. Um, and I'm like retired now, so I'm looking for extra work. I'm bored.
It's okay. It's good to stay active.
Yes, yes.
Okay. How did you hear about this position?
I believe it was on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you know about reliable aid?
Um, well, uh, I guess basically, you in order to be an aide with reliable, you have to be dedicated. Meaning, when I say dedicated, I mean being there on time, giving customer service, being courteous, um, and whatever the job entitles you to do. Meaning, I guess cooking, cleaning, as far as dressing the client, taking them to their doctor's appointments and so on.
Okay. Why do you want this job?
Why do I want this job?
Yeah.
I feel that it'll be an easy job for me. I wouldn't have to do anything stressful. I'm not looking for a job that's going to stress me out. So I think this job would be ideal for me. Being that I am 62 years old, I do believe I can hold a conversation with somebody who's elderly. Um, I actually put myself in their position, rather than to deal with the younger generation, I should say.
Okay. Why should we hire you?
Because I'm a people's person.
Wow, that's awesome. Straightforward. What do you consider to be your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness?
Yeah.
My biggest weakness. Well, like I said earlier, my biggest weakness. I don't like to be stressed out by anybody. I really don't like anybody constantly on my back. I mean, I can accept criticism, but not. How should I put it? I don't want to be constantly being ridiculed with the same um, problem over and over and over. So that's basically it. I just don't like any kind of pressure, any kind of constant pressure.
All right. That being said, Please tell me about a challenge or conflict you faced at work and how you dealt with it.
I didn't follow that last one. Say the last one again.
Tell me a challenge that you faced at work and the way you dealt with it, how you handled that challenge.
Oh, a failure at work?
Yeah, any challenge that you've had at work, it could be a conflict, and how you handle it, how you dealt
Okay,
with it.
well, I'm going to take a good situation. When I was driving the bus, I had an unruly passenger on the bus. And I had asked this passenger several times that, if it's okay for him to listen to his radio on the bus, but he have to use a headset, so this way it wouldn't disturb the other passengers on the bus. So he refused to do so. So I finally asked him a third time, and I said, so usually 3 strikes you're out. This is the third time I'm asking him, and if he doesn't, you know, put the headsets on, then I'm going to have him removed from the bus. So unfortunately, that's what I had to do. I had to contact the state trooper, have them meet me at the next stop, and have them to be removed off the bus, because I had 56 other passengers on the bus that was complaining, and I had no choice but to have him removed, because he didn't want to comply to the rules of the bus. So I had to have him removed. So that, yeah, I mean, I could have dealt with it probably differently by being violent, but that wasn't the answer. That would have just made things worse. So I figured the best thing for me to do is to have him to be removed from the bus. And the reason why I did that is because if I didn't, that'll make it look bad on me, and then it'll be a reflection on the company as well, because we would lose business that way.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully I'll be sitting behind somebody's desk.
That's nice.
Maybe I'll have KC's job. No, I'm only kidding. Don't tell them I said that.
I like that. Why are you leaving your current job?
How do I what?
Why are you leaving your current job?
Well, I don't really have a current job. I'm retired.
I get it. What are you looking for in this new position?
Like I said earlier, I'm looking to grow. Maybe I can become a supervisor, maybe even possibly a manager, or Casey's job. No, let me stop saying that. He's gonna get at me. I'm only kidding. uh,
Next question, what type of work environment do you prefer?
Well, I can actually handle just about anything. It's just that because the thing about it, with the way things are today, with the racism and all that going on, you might find some people who would like to have a particular type of person. But on my behalf, I can deal with just about anything, because I mean, the person might not, the client might not be in the right frame of mind. He might say things, or she might say things that I don't like, but you have to put yourself in that position where you're doing this type of job. You have to really expect anything to arise in a situation. So I just don't want anybody who's violent, that's going to pick up things and start throwing things, or being violent. I mean, because the words really don't hurt me. I've learned within the last 50 years or so, words really don't harm me. I've been called very bad names before, and it really doesn't bother me. But I just don't want anybody who's going to be violent. Just don't want a violent person. Anything else is good.
All right. What could you call your greatest professional strength?
My greatest provision of strength. Oh boy, that's hard. um, Well, I tell you something. When I do something extra for somebody and they come to me and they tell me, "Oh, this is great. I didn't expect that out of you, and this is really, very unexpected out of you. It's really great." I feel good behind that because it makes me feel that wow, I did something that the client didn't expect me to do, and they noticed it and they commented on it. So that's that and on that end.
That's nice. Uh, I believe you had worked before.
Yeah.
So how would your last boss and colleagues best describe you?
Um, Mr. Gene Horn would probably say that I was always willing, whenever there's extra work to do, extra route to do, I was always willing to help out, with extra work. Always a timely person, always on time. Matter of fact, I was always there before my scheduled time. If I was set to be there by 9 o'clock, I'm usually there by 8:15 at the latest. Um, Basically, that's it. I'm sure I would definitely get a good recommendation from him. No doubt about it.
Amazing.
Yep.
How do you deal with pressure and stressful situations?
Oh God, we're talking about pressure and stress. Okay. Uh, like I said earlier, I could deal with it long as the individual is not, like I said once before, long as the client is not violent. Um, I think I could just about deal with anything. Oh, excuse me.
All right. Do you have any other certifications that are relevant to this position?
No, not really. I mean, I could basically cook, clean, dress the client, bathe the client if I have to. Um, like I said earlier, take the client to their doctors or dental appointments or whatever. That can be done. That's not a problem.
Okay. Do you own transportation?
Yes, I do.
What are your salary expectations,
Oh,
requirements, expectations?
okay. At least I don't need the benefits, but I would like to have at least $11 an hour.
Come up again.
$11 an hour.
Okay. For this job at the Reliable Aid, it starts at $10.
Okay. Well, long as it's $10 and not under 10, I can accept it.
All right. What's your day part availability?
I could actually start working tomorrow if I have to, but I have to have Monday off because Monday I have a dental appointment. So I have to see the dentist on Monday. So, matter of fact, I think I spoke to Casey, told me that already because he mentioned that he might have something for me to do tomorrow. But Monday I definitely have to have off because I have a dentist appointment. I don't want to cancel. If I cancel now, then they'll probably charge me $25 for the cancellation.
Okay. When was your last fingerprint with the SBI?
The last one was back in, uh, I believe it was either the end of March or early part of April. I went to apply for a position at a nursing home, and I had to be fingerprinted. The nursing home in Milford, Delaware. So that should still be active because it's been less than 12 months.
Okay. Can you pass a drug test?
Oh, sure. With no doubt. Drug test and background check, I have no problem with. That's all been done before and it's all been cleared. So that's no problem.
Okay. Can you pass a physical examination?
I believe so.
All right. I think you've mentioned when you want to start, so I'm not going to repeat that.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us which I should forward to Mr. Casey and the director?
Not really, but hopefully, if I do get any jobs, hopefully it will not be over 25 miles out of my way, because I live in Dover. I don't want to travel outside of 25 miles if possible. Okay,
All right.
So other than that, I mean, you know, I'm aware of the pay schedule is $10 an hour, which okay, that's fine. But for me to have to travel like 45, 50 miles for $10 an hour, it's really not worth it, because you know you're burning gas and you know it's not worth it. So I have no problem with the salary at $10 an hour. Now, however, just a question: when does the pay period start and when does it end?
I'll forward that question to them, and once the director checks this video, the interview that I have just had with you, you'll get the answers.
Okay.
So I'm not in a position to give you the answer to that question right now.
Okay, no problem. Understood.
All right. Another
Okay.
question that you have?
No, that's about it for now. I'll probably come up with some questions later on, but right now I can't really think of anything that I can really ask, because they have a lot of questions that have something to do with the personnel department. So I guess I should forward the questions to them.
All right. Thank you for making time to have this interview with me. I appreciate.
Okay.
And it's nice
I appreciate you. Okay. I hope so. Okay, thank you very much.
Enjoy your day.
Okay, you too, dear. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.